What's going on, guys? Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG Online video, where today we're going to be taking a look at a more unique Mewtwo deck, and that is going to be Metal Mewtwo, using several different metal type attackers and powering it up through Magnezone's magnetic circuit. I remember seeing this archetype originally. I think it was on Twitter. It might have been in one of the Facebook groups, though, that someone had done well at a League Cup with this deck, you know, using Magnezone's magnetic circuit to power up Mewtwo to have access to a lot of these powerful metal type attackers' attacks. But I don't remember exactly where I saw it originally, but I have changed it up a good amount because I am choosing to play the Unit Energy, Lightning, Psychic, and Metal type. And I really like this because it gives us access to a lot of more powerful attacks, while also still providing the metal requirement to use things like Timeless GX or Sun's Eclipse GX, some very powerful attacks, and also, of course, powers up Metal Blast, which is one of our main attacks in the deck here on Melmetal-GX. It gives us access to using Espeon Deoxys' Psychic Club. It can let us use Miraculous Duo GX, which is a very good GX attack, of course, and then it also lets us use Venom Shot, and it can even potentially let us use something like Injection GX or Tingly Return GX here on Dedenne, since it does require or provide the lightning typing as well. So yeah, this is definitely a pretty unique deck. I liked the idea when I saw it. I think Timeless GX is just a super sick attack, of course, letting us just take another turn, skipping our opponent's turns, and not giving the in-between turns steps, all that stuff. I think it's very, very powerful. Overclock, actually a good way to draw cards as well. If we're going second, we can play our hand down and then try to help us increase our odds of the turn 2 Magnezone, which is going to be the name of the game in this video. I forgot to pull up my music stuff, so let me do that real fast. But yeah, here is the rest of the list. Of course, the 4 Acro Bike, 4 Cherish Ball, 4 Communication, 4 Rare Candy, 4 Mount Coronet, 4 Lillie, 4 Hapu, and 2 Fisherman. Just max consistency, I feel like, right here, letting us draw through our deck. Cherish Ball, of course, can find us to Dedenne or any of these GX attackers. Mount Coronet, very important for the deck, letting us reuse metal energies after our Pokemon get knocked out, or if we have to discard them with something like a Meteor Tempest. And also Fisherman, a way to get back a bunch of energies in the late game if needed. So yeah, this definitely seems pretty good. We don't have Jirachi-GX, which is something I wouldn't mind having in the deck. Of course, not having weakness against other Mewtwo decks would be very nice, but usually in those matchups they're going to be playing down their Jirachi for us anyways, so it only really matters, I guess, if we're going to be playing against versions that are playing the weakness guard energy that Tord Reklev played. But if that's the case, we can try to use our Dusk main, Necrozma, and Dialga-GX, like the actual Pokemon, as attackers, and then use Mewtwo later on in the game to clean up. So here we go. There is the list, and there is the deck. I definitely like using unique archetypes like this from time to time. So let's hop right in and see if we can't get a couple of wins in today's video. And yeah, I think this archetype is literally only possible because of Mewtwo and Mew just having that insane ability, Perfection, letting us copy the attacks of Pokemon EX or GX in play or in the discard pile. And we're going up against Yarboroughs here, who is actually a friend of mine from my local area, so that's pretty funny that we bumped into each other. I think I've played them in a video before, actually, so we will see what they are playing. And definitely a big mulligan here from us. Dragonite-GX, not something we can use. Looks like it is going to be a Blacephalon deck, which this could be a pretty bad matchup for us, of course. Fire-type Blacephalon, very good against the metal types that we have, and then also able to one-shot our Mewtwo and Mews as well. Oh my goodness, we took 5 mulligans, and we have to dump a pretty good amount of cards out of our hand with a Dedenne most likely this turn. They're going to get a lot of cards to start the game off, giving us the gasp face because they see we are playing something crazy, some metal shenanigans. Looks like they're going to get things going right away with a Poipole. And here comes an Ultra Space, which we can use to thin out the Naganadel and discard it with our Dedenne. Here comes another Cherish Ball, Blacephalon-GX. Gets that in play, and we're going to see a Welder. Just get some energies on that guy right away. Definitely a really solid first turn. Really large hand. We'll probably see an attachment, I would guess maybe to the active, so that they can look to move it next turn. Going to go ahead and treasure away a Beast Ring. Just going to get a Naganadel in hand, interesting. And pass it over to us. We do top deck a Metal Energy. Let's go ahead and use that Ultra Space. Oh yeah, of course, Duskmane Necrozma is an Ultra Beast as well. We do only have one Dedenne in the deck. And one of the things about this deck is our only consistent way to discard Pokemon is using Dedenne-Change. We do have, of course, the option to discard Pokemon with Hapu and Acro Bike, but that's kind of just random if we get into it or not, you know. So here we are going to be looking for a Magnemite for sure, at the least. All right, we did at least get a Magnemite. We also have a Hapu. So let's start with an Acro Bike. We'll take the Rare Candy. We have to get rid of both of our Fishermen, which kind of stinks, and we're also already down a Mount Coronet. Let's start with Hapu. We do hit a Magnemite here, and we get a Lillie as well. So we can Rare Candy into Magnezone and do a bunch of stuff there. And yeah, I think this is definitely just what we have to take here. We'll Mount Coronet. And I think the only attack we can use is actually Lighting or Injection GX, which we don't want to do. We could add, I guess, a prize for them. What will we give them? Probably just the Cherish Ball. But we probably want to Timeless at some point in the matchup. So we're just going to click Done for now onto our opponent's turn. And we're probably going to be looking to use Venom Shot next turn, since that's about the only thing we'll be able to power up. I guess we can... Oh, never mind. They didn't put Ultra Space in play. I was going to say if they put Ultra Space in play, we could get the Duskmane out and start attacking with that. So they're just going to attach active. And we'll probably just see a Bursting Burn here. Maybe a Burst GX. They haven't played another supporter. And bye-bye, Magnemite. Nice knowing you, pal. This is definitely not looking very good for us. We could have gotten a second Magnemite down, but we had Rare Candy Magnezone in hand. So, Blounds definitely seems like a tough matchup. Also, just going second is tough for any evolving deck, especially when it's a Stage 2 support Pokemon that you, like, need. So they're going to go with the Mind Blown. And I think we just have to push Dedenne here. Which sucks because it's like they can knock out Dedenne and then they just need to knock out one Mewtwo. We don't have Reset Stamp or anything in the deck. But I would rather lose Dedenne than this Mewtwo. So let's start with a Cherish Ball. And we will Communication back in the Mewtwo to get another Magnemite because we want to keep the Magnezone in hand. I don't think they're excuse me, I don't think they're going to be playing Reset Stamp. A lot of the Mewtwo decks do not. I guess we should go ahead and just attach this one. We can look to Miraculous Duo GX if we don't get a good attack to copy next turn. And I guess we save the Lillie to draw more cards. We could still draw 2 if we Communication in the Magnezone. I think we'll just save it. Because because we can thin our hand down a lot next turn to draw a bunch more. They get the Beast Energy, which means there's one less energy they have to also knock out the Dedenne. And if they get double Custom Catchers again, that's not going to be very good. There's another use of Heat Factory. They can charging up again. They don't have down a Naganadel-GX yet to draw cards with Ultra Conversion. We are just going to see a Mind Blown, and they don't have another Blacephalon set up. So I wonder if we could... No, there's no way to... Well, we could hit this for 170 and then try to skip B-String by knocking out... Well, they have to bench another GX for that to work, I guess. And then also not Welder and pop off. I think our best bet is to just, like, knock this out and hope that that is good enough for us. Oh, I guess we could go Timeless GX. Well, no, we can't Timeless and... Timeless and use the other attack as well. Alright, so let's definitely start with Rare Candy Magnezone. They're giving us the smiley face because I think they know they are in a pretty good spot here. And they're mad to see the Magnezone come out. Worst case scenario, we're doing this just to thin a card to draw more with... Lillie. I wish we could Timeless and Cross Division. We would be... that would probably be too good, though. Yeah, this is just not looking good. We can Sun's Eclipse, 250, knock it out, and then look to just try to clean up next turn. We might just Meteor Tempest, honestly. But we'll see what we get off the Lillie for sure. Yeah, we might save our GX attack, because if they don't have a very good turn, we could Timeless one of these. That definitely could happen. Alright. So we drew the Solgaleo, which we definitely want to be able to Hapu back. I guess we'll take this guy. We don't have guaranteed like energy next turn though, so I want to knock this out somehow while keeping our energy, and the only way to do that is to use Sun's Eclipse. So we won't be able to Timeless. Well, we only need one more energy. I guess we'll just go ahead and throw all this down. We have to discard 3 energy, that's right. For some reason I was thinking it was just 2, but just 2 is Venom Shot. We shouldn't have benched this thing, because I think we just have to Sun's Eclipse here. And hope that might be enough for us. They don't have another Blacephalon set up, but they have a huge hand, so you gotta think they'll have B-Strings here. So no Timeless GX for us this game, which if they're retreating into the Blacephalon, it might not matter. They need to discard or Lost Zone 6 energies to win the game, which they definitely could do here. Welder, attach B-String, gets them there. There's attach. There's Welder. I'm assuming they are digging for the B-String here. They should have weldered before attaching for sure. And yep, there's the B-String. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is going to be well played. We'll give them the sad face because we lose. But yeah, they just targeted down our Magnemite turn 1. We finally got things set up and going, but it was just a little too late. Which is the problem with Stage 2 support Pokemon, but I want to give the deck another chance. We're going to hop in and grab another game, and hopefully this one will go a little better for us. Alright, we're going against a Fairy deck, so that's a better sign. And yeah, all we need to do basically is at some point in the game pull off a timeless GX, and with the actual Dialga, since it's obviously a metal type, and that will probably be enough to close out the game for us. Alright, so we really want to find a Cherish Ball here for Dedenne. That would be ideal. Yep. Oh, we just got the Dedenne. Okay, perfect. We can discard. This is actually perfect. We can discard all of our guys. We definitely want to put this guy down. All of our evolutions going to the discard pile, which is perfect. Actually perfect. And we get a Magnemite, and we get Mount Coronet. Our opponent giving us the gasp. They don't know what they're seeing here. We don't have very much going on for the next turn, though, so we might be going for an overclock. Here comes a Green's Exploration. And Cherish Ball and Fairy Charm Psychic. That's, of course, not going to do anything against a Dialga, which is what we're going to be using. And if we could power up Dialga in one turn, that would be insane. I'm not expecting that, but it could happen. Alright, Acro Bike to start. Alright, we got a Hapu, so we can make something happen here, potentially. We do need a Rare Candy. Oh, there's a Rare Candy and a Metal Energy. We do discard a Mount Coronet, though. We'll just go like this. Rare Candy into Magnezone. And we'll attach to the bench. We will Magnetic Circuit twice to the active, so that we can look to retreat it next turn. And then we'll Mount Coronet the energies back, and we're just going to go for an overclock here and draw some cards. So we need 2 more metal energies. And then we can go timeless into Shred. There's a tag switch just moving 1. Attach for turn. We did prize our GX guy, the Dusk main, which is the only other metal type that can knock out Gardevoir, but if we do get the knockout here with a Timeless, then we can knock out this one potentially with Mewtwo. So let's go... I guess it just needs to be Hapu. We only got 1 energy. We can Acro Bike for another one, though, which is what we need. We have to hit one off this to keep going, to get a knockout this turn, I should say. Did not get there. Okay. Man, we just needed 1 more energy. So what do we do here? We can retreat 2 into this Mewtwo and Turbo Strike. That doesn't do really much. But I think that's really our only option. We can't lose all the energy. Do like this. Nah, I guess we'll just set up to overclock here. Man, we have drawn through our deck very well, that's for sure. So we have it next turn if they don't bump our stadium. We are actually in risk of just straight up decking out. And we are down 3 Mount Coronets at this point if this one gets bumped. We can, of course, also attack with the Magnezone itself. But if they just knock out the Magnezone, that's definitely not very good. Oh, are they out of energy, or did they accidentally fail that? And they have to scoop up to get an energy attachment this turn. So, yeah, it's not looking good. If they just knock out our Magnezone, we can't. Or they're just going to Magical Miracle the Dialga. That makes sense, too. If they're not replacing the stadium, though, we can just Zap Cannon. Oh, did they misclick? That has to be a misclick, right? Well, we have to hit an energy. We're going to have no cards left in deck. This is like literally our only play, though. This is very sketchy. So it's got to be Timeless into something that knocks them out. And they're just going to scoop. Yeah, we were going to pull off the Timeless there. But I honestly don't know if we were going to be able to close out the game. Because we only had 2 cards left in deck. And Shred is not knocking out the Gardevoir. I guess, do we have anything we could hard retreat into that would knock out? I don't really think so. So, I'm not sure what would have ended up happening there. But our opponent scooped, so we'll take the win. Alright, Kalen9 is playing a Pikarom deck, it looks like. So we'll see how we do against the Peak. Start things off with a Mulligan. But we'll see if we can get a basic and get things rolling. We do start a Mewtwo. We also get a Magnemite. We can discard a couple of Pokemon here with Dedenne. So things are looking pretty good. And they're going to start things off with a Jirachi. Get some Stellar Wishes going, most likely. And we see Pikachu, Zekrom, and Alolan Raichu. We do not have a way around Paralysis in the deck, which is a little unfortunate. So Tandem Shock could definitely mess us up pretty bad. They play Power Plant as well. That's just rude. Okay, so we can discard Naganadel. That's pretty good. Definitely are taking Dedenne. And then I guess we just discard the Melmetal as well. Because we can bench the Dusk main. And you never know, if we discarded a bunch of energies, we could go with the Iron Force GX. We could have just discarded both these energies to try to get a Coronet use next turn, but that's not the most guaranteed thing. We did prize the Dialga, so we can't go for an Overclock here, which would be pretty good. We'll just go ahead and bench the Magnemite, though. And if he gets a turn 2 Full Blitz, which is pretty likely, that is not going to be very good for us. I guess we could have held Magnemite so that we can go Communication for Dedenne and still have Magnezone, since we don't have anything in our hand. But if they just custom KO'd the Magnemite, then we can't do anything, really. So, I'm not sure. Here comes Electromagnetic Radar. Ditches a Energy Switch and a Judge. Gets a Zeraora and a Dedenne, so we'll probably just see them Dead-Eye change a pretty good amount of cards away. Oh, maybe not, though, with a Volkner. They might not need to. Pecom and the Energy, which of course Pecom can put back that Zeraora or the Dedenne. Yep, looks like it'll be Dedenne. They might have another Dedenne in hand, and this will go get the Tapu Koko Prism Star, using that Dance of the Ancients ability to power up two Pokemon right here on the bench. And they can, of course, still attach for turn. They can attach, active, and retreat if they have Thunder Mountain. They're just going to attach to the bench, though. They radared away an Energy Switch, which makes me think they have to have it because, yeah, because they wouldn't have gotten rid of the Energy Switch, because Energy Switch guaranteed it, because they could attach Energy Switch active. Alright, on to our turn. We need to knock this thing out. So we need a lot of energies to do that, and we top decked nothing. I wish we had kept the Magnemite in hand, because now we like have to go for a Dedenne. But if he just knocked out the Magnemite, like, that's terrible. We might be going for a Tingly Return, honestly, which wouldn't, honestly, I don't think that would be terrible. Setting up a Magnezone is looking like it's going to be tough, guys. If he just has another switch, we can't really go into this Mewtwo. We're definitely going to go for the Tingly Return. That's like our only good play. And I think we just have to go into the Magnemite. We can retreat it and use Coronet, potentially. If he does knock us out, we can get down the Dusk main. But we still need to top deck a Magnezone. Or a Communication, that would work as well. Top deck Magnezone, top deck Communication, top deck Hapu. Those are all things that probably get us there. And they do get the switch. And they're going to go back into Pikarom. Smart. Get down the Power Plant. Alright, we are down on prizes now, so we can go for the GX attack, which would knock this out, but then they just send up this, and Lightning Ride GX knock us out. Yeah, we definitely just have to hope to top deck something good here. No such luck. Can we claw back into this one any way possible? I'm really not seeing it, guys. I mean, they win, or can win next turn with a bunch of, with like a tag switch plus a bunch of Electro Powers. We'll attach this active, and I think we're going to probably just look to retreat into this Mewtwo most likely next turn. He, of course, could just win, like I said. Volkner. I think we actually don't know if he has a Dedenne in his hand. But also, Power Plant is shutting off his Dedenne, so he can't dig that much. If he can get Electro Power and an Energy, Lightning Ride GX does knock us out. Oh, he's getting Customs in his hand. If he just knocks this out, we're in trouble, but then I think his game plan needs to be knock out Mewtwo, knock out Dedenne. There's the E-Power. Should have benched this. He's going to just switch into Jirachi. Yeah, I'm thinking this ain't it, guys. And how do we not get a good top deck? We can potentially get 2 uses out of the Coronet now. Just thin the Mewtwo out of the deck. Yep. Not looking good. I really don't think there's anything else we can do. There goes the customs, and that should be the game. All they need to do is retreat and win with Tandem Shock. So we are going to go ahead and just scoop that one up. Did not quite get there in this one. We'll give the deck one more shot. See if we can't do a little better in this game. We just weren't able to find our Magnezones, which, you know, like I've said a couple times, it's just the problem with Stage 2 support Pokemon. The format's so quick. Picarom's so fast, Mewtwo decks are so fast, Ability Zard, all these things are just quick, quick, quick. So jam in here. They're going to choose who's going first. I have to imagine we'll be going second. I think that's the 3rd time we've gone second in this video, which is definitely also never good. Alright, we do get a Mewtwo start. Pretty good opening hand, actually. We could go with Searching Magnet, but I think Mewtwo is going to be better for us. And we'll throw down the Magnemite. And our opponent's going to see our hand and be like, what the heck is our opponent playing? I did not sign up for this. And it looks like we might be going up against a Malamar deck, which is terrible because we are weak to Psychic. And we don't have any Jirachi in our deck. So we're going to need to attack with the Dialga. We're going to need to attack with the Dusk main. Even Magnezone, I guess, is going to have to be a attacking target for us if we can actually set it up this time. Let's see if they get a Giratina with an energy. That's definitely what they need to do on turn 1. Or is ideal for them to do on turn 1. There's a treasure. Gets rid of the Giratina. And if they have an energy in hand, they'll definitely be attaching it to the Tina. Even if they don't have an energy in hand, they can still possibly get the turn 2 attack. Oh, they're actually just going to attach to the active. Which I guess makes some sense, because you have the spell tag on it, so there's less ways to retreat it. But I really think you should just attach the Giratina, because then you can get a switch next turn, and now you've just made it really hard to get the turn 2 attack. Definitely not easy to pull that off at this point. We'll attach that there. Alright, good hand here. We'll Acro Bike first, see what we get. Guess we're just going to put the Coronet in play. And Espeon Deoxys, of course, is going to be pretty important. Doing it with the Espeon Deoxys itself, though, is probably best. No, I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess it's actually better to do it with the Mewtwo. But I think Dialga is going to be important for us, so we'll put him in play. Yeah, and then we'll also likely be able to overclock this turn. We could have gotten something to just throw away here with the Dedenne, but I think we are going to want to get this sooner rather than later. Okay, not great. Not great. And also potentially not potentially can't draw any cards off of Overclock unless we put something else down. We might need this to Dedenne next turn is the thing. Maybe I should have held the Cherish. We're just going to take it. I should have probably just held the Cherish Ball. And I think we are going to bench this to Overclock for 1. I think based on their start, it's not super likely that they get an attack this turn. Only 3 cards in hand, attached here instead of the Giratina. There's the escape board, there's a Malamar, and a Lillie for 6, so they're looking for energy, a way to discard an energy, and a, yeah, that's all they need is an energy and a way to discard. So they need 2 energies and a way to discard an energy. Oh, there's an energy, so did they get an energy? And that's the thing too, if they attach here they can find just switch, but now they are making themselves find another energy. And they could always attach here and then attach active to retreat it on this turn. If we can pull off the Timeless here, that would actually be perfect. And also, like, I don't know, maybe Miraculous Duo is almost better. Retreat into Jirachi. They're just going to go with the Stellar Wish. Yeah, honestly, maybe Miraculous Duo is the better GX attack. Okay, so we know we're getting hit hard next turn. So let's start. We can go Timeless, Knockout, and then knock out something else. Or Venom Shot this, maybe. Timeless into Venom Shot definitely is pretty good. Alright, so we're discarding a Rare Candy, which is unfortunate, but we'll see if we can still get there. We do get there. We also have a Hapu, so let's start with Hapu to see what we can discard. We'll take the 2 energies, I think. Energy Hapu, maybe. Yeah, Energy Hapu. Because we can get 2 uses out of Coronet now. And then still draw cards with the Hapu next turn. Alright, so we have the Timeless. We finally set it up in a game. We could just Timeless Knockout into Venom Shot, Malamar. That might be our best play. Take 2 prizes. I think we're gonna go for it. I really do kind of want to save it for Miraculous Duo. I guess I shouldn't have put all the energies if we were gonna do that. So we knock this out, then we Miraculous Duo knock this out and heal this guy. Then he just puts a counter on it and then knocks it out again anyway. So it actually, I don't think matters that much. We'll just Timeless. We'll do it. We'll pull off the play. That's what this deck wants to do. I guess we could have gotten to the big cross division there, but there's not really that much for us to knock out all at once. And then we get to Coronet. We can Hapu again. Keep this guy, nope, this guy. Yeah, I think that's good. We do still have the other Magnezone if needed, but we probably don't need it. And then we can actually retreat into this. And use Shred. And that's good because this guy's resistant to metal. We could, like I said, use Venom Shot, Knockout to get around Spell Tag. I guess we can potentially not attack with this again. No, okay, here's what we should do. We'll Venom Shot this, and then he might not be able to... Well, we know he has a switch in his hand, right? Or did he use the switch? No, he has a switch in his hand, and we know he can Psychic Recharge. So we know he can still attack us. Yeah, maybe we should have saved it for... Maybe we should have saved our GX attack for Cross Division. Maybe that's what the move was, since we know he has a switch in hand. We are actually ahead on prizes, though. Somehow, some way. Alright, here comes the Mew. They're going to treasure... Probably just grab an Inkay. Could have just gotten a Malamar. Also, I guess... Cross Division, of course, is good, but we don't have a way to, like, spread damage before Cross Division. And then we're Switch plus Lillie. This has got to be a Lillie, right? It's always a Lillie. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. So... we can no longer Venom Shot around the spell tag because they put down the Mew. So we're definitely going to do this. Yeah, our only real attack to copy is the Venom Shot, actually. Yeah, we need to save our energy to attach here, I think. We're not going to Hapu. We don't need anything at this point. We don't want to deck out. We'll save all our energy. And yeah, Venom Shot the active. And he'll Spell Tag, knock this out. I'm pretty sure he will, at least. He could choose to not do that for some reason, I guess. And I think we just have to send up Dedenne. So we're at 3 prizes. Yeah, he's going to knock this out. He's going to go down to 3. We're tied on prizes, so we have to send up Dedenne. Then we have to retreat into Dusk main. Oh, that's actually not correct. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to promote before I see my prize, but... Oh, he actually sends up the Malamar. Oh, he doesn't really have anything good to push, but he has to have a switch in his hand if he's doing this. Right? He, like, always has switch if he does this. Psychic Club is terrible. This should have just never been benched. He's going to attach to Mimikyu. Oh, he can Venom Shot this. Yeah, of course. That is pretty good. We are just going to get Venom Shotted. Uh-oh. There's the Viridian, so we can discard the Melmetal, but not going to really matter at this point. And how many, do we have any Coronets left? We have one Coronet left. And we need that Coronet to take us a long way. We did have to discard both Fishermen, unfortunately. So he has last switch in hand. I guess he could have whiffed the switch, which would be good for us. Nope, never whiffs. He should have sent this up just in case, unless he had the switch in hand. I guess if he had the switch in hand, it doesn't matter what he sends up. Yep. Of course, resistance doesn't matter on the bench. And they take a 5-prize turn, basically. 5-prize turn, basically, is what just happened. We do get our last Coronet. And it is going to be Dusk main or bust at this point. We'll go here, here, here. We have to discard 3 energies as well. It's just not good. Because we can only get back 2. But we got to go with it. He's got a thick 3 retreat cost. And they could just win this turn if they have Espeon Deoxys. By putting, 3 spell tags here. Or Esper. Either one gives them the game. And they're just going to put them all here. So they probably have Esper or Espeon Deoxys. So yeah, not looking good, guys. Not looking like we'll be able to close this one out, unfortunately. We set up just about as good as we could have in this game as well. Just about as good as we could have. They're going to communication. So they got the second Mew in the deck, which I think is pretty good in Malamar at this point. Going to fail the communication, so they might already have one of those pieces in their hand. Or they might not quite have it yet, which would be great. They have to get it this turn or next turn. If they just have to pass here and we can Claw Slash knock this out, we actually might be able to win the game. There's a recharge. So they're recharging here, so that tells me they don't have it. They would have needed Malamar plus the Espeon Deoxys or the Esper and the energy to attach here to move it. And they didn't do that, so if they do have an energy to just attack with this, though, we probably can't win. There's the Esper. So I guess they were 1 card off. They're going to go with Psi Power. They don't have another Psychic in the discard pile. Wait, can we actually win now? We kept our stadium in play. We can actually win now. Because now they need to discard 1 more energy to be able to use Esper. They shouldn't have double recharged here. They should have gone like 2 here, 1 here. And then they win. So we'll go with the Claw Slash. And we do have 1 metal in deck, we know, which we can guaranteed get with the Hapu. And they can just push this. Did we somehow just steal this game? I think we might have. Because now they need to discard one more energy in order to get there, which they can do. This is definitely a close one, guys, coming down to the wire. Let's see it. Let's see it. Do they have it or not? There's communication. Puts back an Inkay. Fails it. There's the Espeon Deoxys. So they might just push this because we can't knock it out. He attached to Espeon Deoxys. I guess Espeon Deoxys gives him the win the same way as Dedenne, and he can also push the Espeon Deoxys to not lose right away. But there's the spell tag. Alright, can we beat him with Mew somehow? Some 3 energy attack that knocks it out. We've already used our GX, yep. And they're just going to retreat and pass. Do they even have another energy, though? 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they definitely have another energy next turn. And they can also just recharge twice to Esper. Why are they putting it on the Inkay? Okay. Can we somehow knock this out with a 3? There's no 3 energy attack that knocks it out. We are just short. Five, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and we didn't prize any energy either. Oh, we are just short. Because we get 2 energies here. I don't think there's anything we can do. We can get 3 energies this turn, but that is not going to be enough to get us there. And all they have to do is recharge twice to Esper, retreat, and Ear Kinesis, or just attach from hand to Cross Divide. I think that is it, guys. I'm trying to see any way, because Shred is only going to hit for 160. Meteor Tempest does 220. That's not enough. We can hope that they throw. I'm not expecting that, though. So we can go just for the Claw Slash here. But yeah, that's going to be it. If they throw, we can win. If not, that is going to be it, unfortunately. Yep, and there's the energy. So that ended up being a pretty close one. They got that 5 prize turn, which was pretty crazy. We maybe could have played around that a little better. Not going to lie, I did not see the Copycat Venom Shot play coming, and I definitely should have. But, you know, that's the Stage 2 decks for you. I definitely wanted to showcase this deck because I think it's really cool. I think it does have some potential. Maybe the unit energies are not the way to go with it. Maybe just straight metal would be better. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Metal Mewtwo. I definitely had a lot of fun playing the deck. Obviously, didn't perform the best, but that's okay. Sometimes you have to enjoy yourself and play something cool and unique. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like down below if you enjoyed, and subscribe to see more Pokemon TCG videos. And that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm going to get out of here. And until next time, take care.